Got it home, inspected it a little.
Safe and sound.
Safe and sound, and made a couple of discoveries.
Like what are they?
The biggest discovery being that even though it was listed as a Bridgestone 350, it's actually only a 200cc, which is kind of neither here nor there because it was just so cheap anyway. And it'll still be a screamer when it's fixed up. So today, the plan is to put some tires on, front tire, back tire. Like I said, I want to
look at that.
I want to use it for scrambling, so knobbies are the way to go. And
are they different?
Yeah, you always have a fatter back tire for traction. The back tire is the one that propels you, you know.
Okay.
And I have also got a set of tubes for the front and back because I'm probably going to need them. Yeah, and we'll definitely need them. And yeah, so one of the things I spotted, you know, just from the pictures, was that something has fallen onto the handlebars and bent them up pretty decent. So before I even picked up the bike, I found these on eBay.
Nice.
They're from
shiny.
Yeah, they're from a Bridgestone. Actually, they look like they've never been used, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's new old stock. New old stock is basically new spare parts for these bikes that were manufactured at the same time the bikes were manufactured, but they were never sold. So they just kind of sat in someone's store that maybe closed down, or someone's collection. And there's a lot of good new old stock, or NOS, NOS, stock available, and hopefully I'll be able to pick up whatever I need from there.
How about the seat cover?
Yeah, it just needs to be cleaned up. It's one of those ones that's going to be hard to find a replacement for, like a genuine Bridgestone replacement for. But actually this isn't ripped, it's just a bit grubby.
I think it's actually in a really good quality, I mean really good
condition. Yeah, it's pretty good, certainly.
With,
and another discovery was that the this motorcycle, and also the coffee grinders that we picked up from the same auction house, both of them came from a town only about sort of 15 miles away from where the auction house was. So this one is still, I believe, to be a Japanese import. So the Japanese models had the paint, the combination of the paint, the chrome and the rubber tank. So there were some Bridgestone motorcycles that were made here by the Rockford company in Freeport, Illinois. Well, I think it's Freeport. Anyway, it's Rockford from Illinois, and they just had a painted tank. So it was the painted tank and then the guard, the rubber knee guard. But yeah, so there's a lot of rusty stuff on there, but not too much. And something else that I found which was quite interesting, the gas tank has got like a gauze filter in the top. So that's pretty cool.
Like to make tea.
Yeah, to make tea. That's exactly what it's for. To make tea. Oh, look.
Oh, there you go. Can you pull it out? And I'll make some tea.
Oh yeah, good. Yeah, I have a cuppa.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you. Okay, the gas tank looks pretty good. I'll probably have to run some stuff through. You won't be able to see much in there. There's probably a little bit
not too rusty?
No, a little bit of light rust. But this is stuff that I will show you later, which I always have in my garage. It's called Metal Rescue. So I'm not promoting Metal Rescue by any means. I'm just telling you a story about me discovering Metal Rescue and the equipment.
I decided to go for a walk, and as you can see, it's so foggy today. You literally can't see anything across the Hudson River. I believe this is in front of you is quite a large boat, or a barge, should I say, It has been parked there for quite a while, and you can hardly see the skyline of Manhattan behind those clouds of fog. Okay, let's see what Rossi has been up to. Find out how things are progressing. Hey Ross.
Hey.
So how is it going?
Oh yeah, it's going okay. A little bit slow. I've got the old tyre off, and yeah, you can see why that needed to be changed.
Yep.
And I've just sanded back the little bit of surface rust that was inside there, and putting some tape over to protect the tube from the bottom end of the spokes. And yeah, I'm just about to put the tube in and put the wheel on. It needs a heck of a lot of a clean up, but I'm not going to do that just yet. This is just so that I can get the thing rolling a little more easily, and then I'll be able to, when the weather's better, bring it outside, clean all of this up. I'll soak this as well to get the rust off.
What's this one?
Well, it's your scooter. It's for checking the mailbox.
Go, Rossi. So while Rossi is restoring the bike, I have another project going that I am very excited to tell you about. So I'm really excited about this project. So this is an old, as you can see, quite rusty, vintage coffee grinder that you would mount on the wall, and this is a mechanism that will help you to grind coffee and collect it in a small jar at the top, and there will be a hopper jar, wayward hopper jar at the top of the grinder, and collecting coffee at the bottom of the grinder. So those pieces are missing, so I'm on the hunt to buy those. You can see that the name of the manufacturing company is on the handle, engraved, which is quite nice. The other interesting feature on this grinder is that it allows, there's a screw mechanism here that allows you to adjust how fine you want your coffee to be ground, whether it's F for fine or C for coarse. The cones, metal cones inside, moved either closer or further away, which essentially adjusts the mechanism. So what I'm going to do with this, obviously this is really rusty and it needs a lot of cleaning. Ross has this magic liquid downstairs. We're going to plunge it into this liquid and going to check tomorrow whether we managed to get rid of all the rust from this beautiful machine. And just to add, the name of the company that used to manufacture these coffee grinders is Freitag, a manufacturing company. It was based in Freeport in Illinois. We brought 3 of these, and we'll probably restore 2 and we'll keep them, maybe sell them, we'll see. It's magic liquid.
Well, like a lot of things, they're quite secretive about the formula, but the key points are that it is all natural. So the stuff that's in here are simple alkalines and simple base mixtures which contain no extra chemicals, and this stuff is actually completely safe for the environment. So it's water based. It's actually, the majority of this is water. You can buy it in a sort of powdered format which you just add water to, and
even though I'm wearing gloves, another thing that it talks about is it's safe for your skin, so you don't need to wear protective gloves when you're using it. It's not going to burn you, it's not going to cause irritation. I just put these on because the water's actually, the mixture's quite dirty now because I've used it again and again. And that's the other thing, that it's not a single use harsh chemical that you use and then you destroy the environment with when you get rid of it. You can actually use it over and over and over. So these are tools that were in that toolbox that I got recently. Well, I say recently. So that hammer was also, whoops, it's all sludgy because the stuff is old and it's been sitting down the bottom. Wow, that came up really nice. This is a cable stripper. So when you, wow, that's really good actually. A chisel. Never know when you're going to need a chisel. Oh dear.
Another chisel?
No, this is a gigantic Allen key.
Allen.
Yeah.
Allen cartridge. Allen.
Wow, look at these big bad boys.
Yeah. Wow.
Can't remember any of this stuff. I put it in there so long ago. The liquid is actually clear when you buy it and you open the container. And the colour that this is now is from all of the rust that it has dissolved off everything that I have used it on. And it's pretty much nearing its end of life, so I've got a new batch ordered, and this stuff can be safely disposed of, and then we'll be good to go for your coffee grinders.
Okay.
So this is Masha's project coffee grinder, wall-mounted coffee grinder, made by the Friedag Manufacturing Company, as she told you before. It is, it's got some light rust on it. I wouldn't say it's too bad really, but you can see that it's the paint has worn off, and where the paint's worn off, moisture has started to cause rusting, but it's generally it's in pretty good shape. My main concern would be inside there, so the soaking in this liquid is going to get that a lot cleaner without the need to, we will actually undo these screws afterwards and take this plate off and just make sure it's all.
And maybe replace these screws as well, because these are not authentic.
Yeah, no, they're not
These
period looking,
No.
These look like someone's just found them and put them back together. So we'll get some nice, authentic old brass screws will be nice. And then there's just a matter of finding the coffee bean canister, which goes on top.
Yeah.
And there's lots of different options for the catching cup down here. And then we have a lovely working coffee grinder. And later on I'll show you what one of them complete looks like, because I also have one of them in my box of tricks back here. Okay. So that is a bit bigger than the amount of liquid I've got in there, but that's okay.
How about putting it on the side, maybe?
Well, yeah, but I kind of thought if we do it this way, then you can see
the difference.
yeah, the difference. And then we can also, we can always turn that over later anyway.
So how long do you have to keep it there for?
Well, it depends on how rusty the thing is. There's no recommended, actual, it has to be there 25 minutes or whatever. But the longer you leave it, the better a job it's going to do. Having said that, you don't want to leave it in there for a month. Those tools have been in there for a long time because I forgot that they were there, but they came out okay. This is a little bit different. It's a little bit more precious to us, so we'll come and check on it tomorrow. So, as you can see, I've started the work on the bike. The bars were super rusted and bent, so I took them off, and that's when I discovered or I was reminded of something that they used to do a lot in the old days, and that was to thread any cabling that they had through the actual bars themselves. And so yeah, that was a surprise I didn't really like. I got them out okay, but generally when I try to do stuff like that, I break stuff. Luckily, I seem to have done this one without breaking anything. So that's through there now. I refed the harness back through the new bars, and the new bars will go on. And they will look very nice, and they're straight.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, sort of didn't get too far with the wheels, because if you've seen the first one of these videos, you would know that I thought I was buying a 350, and the 350s have 19-inch wheels. So I went ahead and bought the bars, which I knew I would need, and they're fine because they fit whatever bike. The wheels I bought were 19-inch wheels, as in tires. And of course, when I get this thing, I tried to put it on yesterday, the tire was, the wheel falls right through the tire because these are 18-inch wheels. So I've had to order some new tires off eBay, and they will be here pretty soon, and then I'll show you what it looks like with those on there.
That's so cool.